My name is Thomas Hayes, and I live in the small town of Willow Creek, Oregon. It was once a place full of life, children laughing, neighbors always stopping by for a chat. But everything changed one day that I will never forget. Years ago, the earth shook violently beneath us. The ground trembled as though the world was coming apart. In an instant, Willow Creek was destroyed. I had been in town, gathering supplies when it happened. My 3 sons, David, Nathan, and Sam, and their families were at home, having a family dinner, unaware of the disaster unfolding. When the shaking stopped, I rushed home, praying they were okay. But when I arrived, there was only rubble where our home once stood. I dug through the wreckage, calling out their names, but all I heard was silence. Then I found them. My sons, their wives, and my grandchildren, lifeless beneath the ruins. In that moment, I lost everything. My family was my world, and now they were gone. I didn't know how to keep living. The days that followed were a blur. The town was full of sorrow, people trying to rebuild, but I didn't care. I didn't want to be here anymore. One morning, I walked deep into the woods, far from the village. I didn't want anyone to find me. I planned to end it all. But as I wandered, I heard a faint cry. Following the sound, I found a small monkey tied to a tree. His big brown eyes looked up at me, full of fear. For a moment, I forgot my own pain. I couldn't leave him there. I untied him and carried him home. At first, Buddy, as I named him, was terrified. He wouldn't eat, wouldn't let me near him. But I knew what it felt like to hurt. So, I gave him time. One night, while unable to sleep, I found my father's old violin, covered in dust but still intact. I hadn't played in years, but I strummed a few chords. The sound brought back memories of better days. Buddy, curious, came out of his corner and sat beside me, his head tilted as if listening. From that night on, I played every evening, and Buddy always sat by my side. One day, I handed him the violin, jokingly urging him to try. To my surprise, he began plucking at the strings, making silly sounds that made me laugh. Over time, Buddy learned. His tiny hands grew skilled, and soon, he was playing real music. Now, Buddy and I perform together, traveling to nearby towns, sharing our music with anyone who will listen. People are amazed to see a man and a monkey making music together, but for me, it's more than that. Buddy saved my life. When I was ready to leave this world, Buddy gave me a reason to keep going. Every song we play is a reminder that even in the darkest times, there is still hope, love, and light. We are 2 broken souls who found each other and chose to keep living, one note at a time. Tonight, I'll let Buddy play 3 pieces for you. May his music bless your evening and remind you that no matter what you've lost, there's always hope. Thank you.